Hello, brothers and sisters in Christ. We want to thank you for coming to our channel.
God's Gabby Girls. This is a channel where we love and are dedicated to gab about God. Before we get started, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, click that notification button, and share with family and friends so that we can get God's word out.
Now, let's gab. Hi,
Hi,
guys.
family.
Welcome to God's Gabby Girls. Thank you for coming to visit us today. Today, we're going to go over some news that has been going on in the world. And just in case you guys don't know, try to get some important things out there that are definitely related to Bible times, end times. So
Yes.
I'm going to take it over to Sarah, and we're just going to chat back and forth on what we see going on. Okay, guys? Go for it.
Yes. We are going to do something a little bit different today.
Yep.
We are just going to, instead of focusing on two topics alone, we're just going to run through a whole bunch of them real quick because I feel like there's a lot of people out there that don't know half of this, and there's a lot going on right now.
A lot, like constantly something
Yeah.
new. Every time you
Every
look
day.
on the news, or if you're following the right news, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
you know, there's just something constantly.
The first thing we're going to start with is the river in South Africa 3 days ago turned blood red.
Blood red.
Now we all know where that came from.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we see this also in, you know, times of the 10 plagues in the Bible, and this was one of them. And the Bible tells us that what has been done before will be done again. There's nothing new under the sun.
Mm-hmm.
And I really, other than with Sarah, haven't spoken a lot about some of the things that I'm now aware of on what will be going on here in these last days. And Sarah's my witness. This is one of them. It will go on worldwide, but it's going to have to start out slow somewhere. So I just excuse me. I really feel like this is the start of it. Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course, they're blaming it on the minerals in the water for this.
Of course. Of course.
So we all know where they're going with that one.
Yes.
Let's see what we have. We have a lot going on with the sun. All the signs in the sun.
Yes. And you see the one where there was I don't know if planet object or whatever, where it had the sun actually came up, and there is another one perfectly behind it. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that's that Planet X or that Nibiru. I'm not good at pronouncing that stuff, but you know what I'm talking about. Yes. That saying it there.
That thing. They're saying that it's been going on for 7 days straight in Singapore. They're calling it the egg yolk.
Crazy. It all has meaning because God tells us the skies, watch the heavens, the sun, moon, stars. They all tell a story. So it those end time things are really like connecting, aren't they?
Fast too.
Exactly.
Really fast.
Yeah.
Our next thing is on the FDA in the US because they're saying that Moderna and Pfizer COVID, we know what we're talking about. Mm-hmm. Those jabs are no longer authorized for use in the United States.
See, I haven't heard this. Why do they give us a reason why?
It says no longer authorized, and this action includes authorizing the current jabs for the new variant. They're not releasing that? It does not say.
Wow. Isn't that interesting? They were craning it down everybody's throat, and now they're not authorized?
No, they're not doing that. Did you happen to see what is his name? You know, the guy that owns Facebook? Did you see what he said? He doesn't want his people that work for him to get the jab, but he's funding for wild animals to be caught. They give them the jab and then release them back into the wild.
What?
Yeah. He doesn't want his people to have them, but he's funding it for that.
What's the purpose of the animals? I don't get
Well,
that.
we all know what's going to happen eventually with everybody that took the
Yes.
jab.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a feeling they're bringing animals into this now.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
No, I hadn't heard that. Have you guys heard that? Wow, that's new. That's really
Yeah.
new to me.
I saw that on here the other day and I was just like, excuse me?
Yeah, I had no
I don't know
idea.
what their plan is with that.
They've got something up their sleeve.
Yeah.
I 100%
Mm-hmm.
guarantee on that, but we're not going to know. When we do know, it's so far past what we know. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? If it
Mm-hmm.
comes to the surface, that means that that's been in play for a long
A
time,
long,
and
long time.
there's so
Yeah.
much more to it that we don't. So, wow,
There's a whole rabbit hole we could go down with that, but
absolutely. We could
we're not
talk
going
on
to
that.
get too far into that.
We could talk about that for a long time, couldn't we? But
They might take
yes,
us off.
yeah, true.
Um,
You got to fight God to take us off first, because this
that's
is
right.
His channel, not ours.
This is his. They had they caught two people with a secret Chinese police station in New York City.
I barely, I mean, literally, what you just said is
Yeah,
all I've heard about it. So what's going on there?
it doesn't go into detail on here, but I know that they arrested two of them. I don't know where it went after that.
Huh? Yeah. Why are they in
How is that even possible without anybody knowing?
knowing it?
Somebody knew
Mm, man, you
it.
guys, it's just your head will spin if you try to stay up on top of
Yes.
this all day long.
There was a channel that I was watching the other day also that had some inside intel to the military, and they were talking about how they're telling the military to get their wills ready, signed, everything they need to do, and they're telling their wives and family to stock up on as much food and water as they possibly can right now.
Well, yes,
Yeah,
we should be doing that, but I hadn't heard about the
yeah,
military.
that's what they're telling the military, and it was leaked out somewhere, and yeah, he had an inside person tell him that. So
Wow.
we're not being told anything
No,
from our government or our leader,
no.
so-called leader.
Yeah. Where's he at during? I mean, look at these. We have. We can make a huge list. I'll try
Mm-hmm.
to shorten it. Trains,
Mm-hmm.
um, spillage of
Mm-hmm.
chemicals. We have explosions. We have semi trucks that are flipping over with contaminated dirt. We have semi trucks exploding that are carrying gas. We have people now. They found a car and there was found bombs in it,
Mm-hmm.
and they went into this person's apartment and found more. And then we have the two explosions today. We
Mm-hmm.
have dairy farms go. I mean, you guys, eh, where's our president? I have not heard him say one thing. Get on and address
Not one address.
yeah, address us. Let us know. Let us know. He's too busy, trying to figure out what room he's in. It's
If
so sad. I mean,
if
I
it
laugh,
has
but it's
chocolate
sad.
ice cream, he's there.
Yes, yeah, they probably give him
Yep,
his cone and he's good.
he's there.
It's so sad though. So you guys, you really have to,
Keep up with this stuff.
yes, because if not, one day you're going to wake up and go, what the heck? Because it's all going to come out at once. And
Mm-hmm.
stay informed. And with the prepping,
Yes, definitely.
get that food. We've talked about this before, and we're going to talk about this in another video here. But you guys, the water situation's looking really, really bad.
They're trying to control everything. They're trying to control our food, our water, everything they can possibly think of, and they're doing it little by little so people don't notice.
Exactly. And I think that's why it's maybe not put out there on the news, because it's just so subtle, like you
Mm-hmm.
say, okay, the eggs jumped $1. Ooh, yeah, egg prices have went up. While we're focused on this, they bring a little something
And
else in
then the
behind it.
bird flu comes in behind it.
Yeah, it's just, yeah,
Yeah.
it's incredible.
Um, Saudi Arabia is having floods, which I also saw in the desert, water starting to run through it.
I hadn't heard that either.
Hmm.
Is it from uh, just heavy rains, I'm assuming, and then
I'm
mudslides, or
assuming that it's coming from somewhere, some river or something, but they said that it hasn't been that way in a very, very long time. I mean, in the middle of a
in the
desert, it's,
desert?
yeah.
The desert, guys. Oh my goodness.
And then we have historical heat in Asia. They are dealing with extreme heat wave sweeping across there, has already resulted in excuse me, deaths and school closures in India, as well as record high temperatures in China. There is a weather historian. He's describing the extremely high temperatures as the worst April heat wave in Asian history.
Wow. And look, we're just so early in the year.
Yeah, it's only April.
Well, though we've got to look at it, I guess, if we want to talk about weather, it's extreme across the board everywhere you go. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, California with
Well, yeah, they're talking about the El Nino.
yeah, and you know, just snow, like compact snow on top of snow. And it's like whatever that weather is for that area, it just keeps doing that weather. It's not
Mm-hmm.
balanced out like our weather normally is.
Yeah, because we live in Indiana and we can have all four seasons in one day here.
Yes, we definitely can. Yes.
Yes, and
Hmm.
there's also, I don't know if you saw this, NASA gives major solar storm warning, the Earth to suffer a huge hit over the next 2 days.
When did
And
that
that
come
just
out?
came out today.
No, haven't heard that either.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, you
And
know,
it's, what is today? The 19th.
it's supposed to hit the 20th and
It's supposed to
21st.
hit the 20th. Isn't that when the hybrid eclipse is supposed to happen?
I have so many dates in my
I think
brain.
that's I think
It
that's when
wouldn't
it's supposed
surprise
to
me.
happen.
It might
Yeah,
tell us in there, but wow.
it is.
Is it?
There's a hybrid eclipse
Okay.
on April 20th.
Nothing is by chance, folks.
Mm-mm.
This all ties in.
And then we have the biggest thing that just happened in Seattle with the bombs going off,
Hmm.
and they're getting people out of all the high-rise buildings, and yeah.
Yeah, one of those can go off at the right time, at the right way. How many people it can, kill,
Yeah.
or it just so scary anymore.
And did you? I mean, I think you sent me this.
What is it?
The chemtrails.
Yes. Is that not creepy?
Yeah.
With chemtrails, people were videoing it, and it's chemtrails, and it is done in the satanic star. The I feel like there's another name for it. I'm just not being able to remember, but yeah, it's in the sky. The chemtrails are made into the satanic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
telling you,
It's
sickening.
crazy, crazy, crazy. And they're also, okay, I know most of you have probably seen the TikToks with the beef at Walmart. People go and stick a magnet to it.
I have seen that,
They're saying that it's the graphene
which is what is in the.
in the jab.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So
They're already putting it in animals apparently
they
before we.
are,
Yeah.
yeah.
And if you don't know what she's talking about, people are going in and, let's say, picking up a steak or a roast, excuse me, in the grocery store, and they just have a little round magnet, and they've set it on top of the steak, and they turn it upside down, and that magnet stays on it, is held on to the actual meat. So that tells you that stuff is in it. And I know one that I'd watched, she had done that, and some of it did
And some of it
stayed
didn't.
on, even if
Mm-hmm.
they shook it, and some of them fell off. So that to me right there is their maneuver. They're working it in there slowly.
Yeah, that was actually a news piece I was going to do, I think, last week or the week before.
Mm-hmm.
and they came out and said that it was fact checked and it didn't happen. It's not going to happen. Well,
Guess what?
here we go.
Yeah, we'll tell them a little bit about that in case they're not sure exactly what we're talking about.
They came out with an article about about a couple weeks
Mm-hmm.
ago that said they were going to start injecting the jab into our beef and pork, and it changes, the DNA and everything in it, and
We're
that's how they were
ingesting that
gonna
stuff.
start. We're gonna eat it. So the people that don't want the jab, you're gonna get it anyway because they're putting it in our
Yeah, and the thing that I think I brought this up too,
food.
but I can't remember for sure. But what happens to the people that have willingly went and taken all of the the vaccines? They have what, three or four? I'm not even sure how many they have now, but that has gotten all of those, and then now going to throw additional of that stuff in
Mm-hmm.
ingest it in our bodies. So, what about those people? How will that affect them having massive amounts in them at this point?
Mm-hmm.
If they're going to put this in all of our food on top of already being vaccinated, we've got a lot of stuff we're going to see coming, I think, from that. We're already starting to see some things from the jab,
Mm-hmm. As
people, young ones
heart
going down
attacks.
with heart attacks and at alarming rates that we've never seen
Yes,
before.
I know of 3 people recently, males, that have had heart attacks, and they all have had the jab.
Yeah, yeah, they're now having some of the doctors and physicians have had enough time now to look
Mm-hmm.
into it, and they're coming out and saying, look, this stuff's bad.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's why they're not doing the shots anymore. We don't have to do that. We're going to put it in their body.
Could be.
Maybe they didn't have enough people.
That's because they're gonna get it to us one way or another.
Right, they had too many people, I bet, that refused to take it,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, okay, how do we get these people to take it then? Well,
Mm-hmm.
let's just say they don't have to do it, so you feel like we have some freedom. They gave us some freedom
Yeah.
back. You don't have to get it now, but they're in turn putting it in all of our food.
Yep.
Crazy.
I
Crazy.
found I actually found the article on Real World News about the Facebook guy. We're not gonna say any
Mm-hmm.
names. And it does say he funded the job of millions of wild animals, catch and release type stuff. And then the San Diego Zoo jabbed their animals,
They did.
all of them.
I just don't understand. I mean, I do understand they want to get it into our bodies by ingesting food, but like the zoo, obviously their animals are not a food source. What's behind it to give it to them, and then but before that they said it doesn't affect animals, like the actual thing that so now why are you giving it to the animals if it supposedly can't be transferred from human to them?
Well, you know how it changes your DNA.
Mm-hmm.
What if when they flip that switch as to whatever it
Mm-hmm.
goes to, then they have the animals to be able to hurt
uh, I
humans?
think you're right. I think you're right. Mm.
I don't know.
Yeah, guys, we have some. Not trying to have a conversation here where you guys are like, "What the heck are they talking about?" Um, but let's just say that, and Sarah and I are talking, try to figure out a way that we can maybe bring some of what we know about to you guys, and then this might make a little more sense. But yeah, it's all tied 100% directly to the end time, specifically after the rapture. All this stuff is
Mm-hmm.
linked. So maybe have to sit down and really kind of make very specific notes because you can't say certain things
Yeah,
here.
there's a lot we can't say on here, so it's
Yeah,
really hard. Stick
yeah,
with us
yeah, yeah.
because it's there's a lot that they don't want us to put out there.
Hmm.
And then, I mean, the rest of it is digital currency and the Fed Now program that will start in July. I mean,
I still
yeah,
can't believe they're doing that so soon.
yeah.
I just that shocks me every time I hear that.
It's just like we were talking about earlier. If we thought things were crazy last year, I mean, look how fast this stuff is going.
Right. And we're in April.
Yeah.
And literally every single day, one, two, three different things are happening.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be one thing if we had a bad couple days, okay, things happen, but oh my goodness. And it's not pinpointed to one area. It's like, okay, you're looking over here, and then all of a sudden, bam, something happens over here, then over here. So,
There is one more thing that I saw. It's from Hal Turner. He put out massive numbers of military aged Chinese men are lining up in Panama to illegally cross into the USA. They're not going to say they're military, they're not going to say they're anything, but that's how they're going to come over because our leader opened that door
yeah.
for everybody to come over, and
Mm-hmm.
then I mean, it's that easy for China to get in here
Right,
and
right,
start war.
right. It's bizarre, bizarre, bizarre that that we're United States of America. We were once under God, and we are no longer. So the floodgates are open now
Mm-hmm.
on all directions around us. So, man,
There's lots of volcanoes starting to
yes,
erupt,
yes, yes.
earthquakes everywhere.
Hmm. I did see. I only read the title, but I haven't had a chance today to look into it more. But I had seen something about them talking about 9.0
Mm-hmm.
that they're predicting. Did you hear about
Mm-hmm.
that? What do you know more details on that?
They found a hole in the bottom of the ocean. Is it the Pacific over there?
Okay, I did hear about the
And
600 foot. Is that what it was?
I'm not
600 foot.
sure
Anyhow,
exactly,
yeah,
but
okay.
yeah, they found that it's releasing bubbles and everything. And yeah, it's just they know that it's going to happen off the
Oh,
coast of California.
so there's activity under there
Yeah,
then if there's bubbles coming up.
they're preparing for it.
Ooh,
Yeah,
ooh.
because they said it was going to be historic, biggest one ever.
And then in the water like that, tsunami is just
Hmm.
inevitable with something like that and the
Yeah,
power and everything. Yeah,
we just have to pray for everybody, guys.
yes.
Everybody.
We need to stay prepared. We need to stay prepared mentally, physically, but most of all spiritually, guys, because this is we're at a time now where it's not going to get better. I
Mm-mm.
like the saying that normal's not coming back, Jesus is. And so stay in constant prayer, stay close to God, turn your
Hmm.
worries over to him. No, don't worry, because nothing's going to happen that God doesn't allow to take place for a greater purpose. So just stay tight with them, guys, but be informed and prep, prep, prep.
Yes.
Do some prepping. Get that water. If I had to encourage you about anything right now, I think would
Water
be the water.
would be number one.
Right, right. Especially
Hmm.
women that have young kids. Not only do they need the water for their family to drink, they have water for baby formulas and all that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
You want to have that stuff stocked up because you know, these women that have these babies, it's going to be horrible if we don't get something figured out and have a backup plan for. So,
Yeah. Guys, we could go on and on and
mm,
on about the news right now, but
yes,
we've taken up a lot of your time with
yes.
this.
Thank you for being patient.
Yes, I hope that it at least reaches a few people, if that, that
Yes.
don't know what's going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're, yeah.
Lewis, tell them about Lewis's channel. They can stay informed that way too.
Oh,
Or you want
yes.
me to?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. She's talking about stay informed. We've said this before, but go to the Real GS News is one of his channels. The other is Rise Up Warrior. Is that his newest one?
That's his newest one, yes.
And Grand Supreme News Channel. Those three are his. His name is Lewis. He will keep you informed. That's the best way for you to get true minute by minute. I
Yeah,
mean,
he also puts a lot out on Twitter that he can't on
yes,
YouTube.
yes, because on here, there's limitations, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he would be my first and foremost for you to suggest for you to go to, even over turning on these, news channels on our television. So
Mm-hmm.
if you have a chance, yeah, check him
Check it
out.
out.
Hmm.
Yep, that's all we have for you today, guys.
Okay. Well, I guess until next time, you guys stay safe, get prepped, get
Mm-hmm.
prayed up, and look up to the sky because our Lord Jesus is coming really soon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so excited. I can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
So, till next time, guys, have a great evening. We'll see you soon.
Bye,
Bye.
family.
As always, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave it in the comments box below. And if you're in need of a Bible, we can send one to you free of charge.
Just email us at godsgabbygirls@hotmail.com with your name and the address you would like it to be sent to. We also have children's Bibles, so just let us know which ones are needed. Prayer requests can also be sent to our email. Until next time, don't forget,
Be
be Gabby
Gabby
for
for
God.
God.